Welcome to the demo of the reporting data models and letter configuration for 24-25 in student financial aid within Oracle Student Cloud. Updating our reporting data models and letter configuration allows you to continue reporting needs and populating updated letters for ICER details regardless of the award year. The FAFSA Simplification Act greatly changed the ICER structure and details provided in the ICER. We've cloned our current reports to accommodate for 24-25 ICER-specific updates. You'll notice these reports in the SFP Reports folder in your OAS instance, and they are marked with 24-25 through current after the report name. We've also included some safeguards for controlling FTI data. We've included a new run parameter that will allow you to mask the FTI values if necessary. If you choose to run the report without masking the value itself will include the CUI SP tax indicator prior to the value. Our data models can be used as an example if you would like to incorporate this run parameter within your custom reporting. We've made updates to our product letters in order to ensure students are getting accurate information, including details from the 24-25 ICER if necessary. The provisional aid offer letter as well as the aid offer letter have been updated to include ICER information for all award years, including crossover scenarios. We've also duplicated the verification letter, creating a VL1 letter, which will be generated when the ICER falls in the 24-25 award year or later, while the 110 letter will still be generated for prior award years. Prior to this feature, custom letters could have been updated using the new reporting views that were delivered in our 24A release. Once these views are incorporated in your data model, 24-25 ICER data can be added to your letter template. These updates will ensure you remain in compliance sending student letters and providing a transition with product reports to the new 24-25 ICER format. Welcome to the demo of the 24B reporting data models and letter configuration for 24-25. This feature gives you the ability to maximize your 24-25 ICER processing by utilizing updated reporting data models in Oracle Analytics Server and updated ICER configuration and letter generation. This will allow you to stay within compliance for letter processing and provides out-of-the-box reports for 24-25. I'll show you how you can update your letter configuration and use our data models as samples for your custom letters and reports. Newly delivered product reports can be used to streamline the transition to 24-25 ICER processing. First, we're going to look at the updated letters.csv workbook. We've made a new entry for the VL1 verification letter for 24-25 ICERs. This letter the 110 letter will still be generated for ICERs with a 23-24 ICER and prior, while the new VL1 letter will be generated for 24-25 ICERs and onwards. It is important to note the letter code criteria for both the 110 and the VL1 will be the same since they were generated from the same triggering event. If these updates are not made, going forward, your 110 verification letter will be blank for all 24-25 ICERs. Now we're going to be looking at the updated verification letter Groovy. We've made an update in the case statement to determine when a 110 letter is generated versus the VL1 letter. If the ICER award year is less than 2025, you'll receive a 110 letter. And if the award year is greater than or equal to 2025, a VL1 letter will generate. Transitioning over to Oracle Analytics Server, here I want to look over our new data models that include 24-25 ICER reporting views. These new data models were created for our new product reports that I'll show you in just a few minutes. You'll notice there are data models now that have AWI 2025 and onwards at the end of their name. This was created to incorporate the new ICER data fields. The other data models can still be used for 23-24 ICER information, while the new data models will be used for 24-25 ICERs and onwards. The example I want to look at is ICER extracted fields. If I edit this data model, and look at the data set, you'll see an example of how to use the function to include the CUI labeling for FTI data. This is also the data model we've used in one of our reports, and this is how we've included a parameter to hide or mask the FTI value when the report is rendered. I'll show you an example of what that looks like when we go through reports. The individual ICER report is an example of how we've duplicated one of our current product reports to include 24-25 ICERs. You'll still need to run the prior report to receive ICER data for 23-24 and earlier award years. In this report, the run parameters are essentially the same as the prior report, current SSN, award year, and transaction number, but we've added an additional security measure for masking FTI data. If you run it with true, all fields will only display the CUI labeling as required. However, if you run it as false, the actual FTI value will be present, preceded by the CUI label. Here I have run the report with true. At the FTI section, we can only see the CUI label is returned. Here's an example of the same report run with the FTI mask option as false. Looking at the same data, we can now see the FTI value. If you have created a custom report and you are returning FTI data elements, you can use our ICER name value pair AWI 2025 onwards data model as an example of how to set up your report to mask the FTI. Moving over to letters, here you will see we have a sample for the new VL1 letter. You'll notice we did not create a new aid offer letter or provisional aid offer letter, even though they use 24-25 ICER and COA data. The reason we did not have to create a new FN1 or PO1 letter was due to the data elements being pulled from both award year letters was similar. If they differed drastically, we would have created a new letter and new data model. Moving to SFP, we'll be able to see how the award letter displays the new ICER information as well as COA. If you do not use our new data model for the FN1 letter or the PO1 letter, your ICER and COA data will be blank for 2025 funds until you make the update to your data model. Both the 24 and 25 award years are visible in the header, and scrolling down, you can see the EFC and SAI information from each ICER, as well as your COA data. This completes the demo. Thank you.